For 14 years, one family kept the porch light on for America. The Cartwrights of the Ponderosa felt as permanent as the mountains behind them. But mountains outlast men. The patriarch, the gentle giant, the restless eldest son. The frontier they built has quietly emptied. Two riders from the Ponderosa are still with us today. Where the years took the others may surprise you. Bonanza premiered on NBC on September 12, 1959. It was the first Western ever broadcast in color. For 14 seasons and 431 episodes, the Cartwrights held their ground. Set in the 1860s near Virginia City, Nevada, the show followed one family. Ben Cartwright and his three sons ran the Ponderosa, a sprawling ranch near Lake Tahoe. It became NBC's longest-running Western. In all of American television, only Gunsmoke lasted longer. But the numbers only tell half the story. The other half lives in the faces who made the Ponderosa feel like home. Mitch Vogel joined the cast in 1970. He was just 14 years old. He played Jamie Hunter, an orphan taken in and later adopted by Ben Cartwright. The producers wanted a younger face, so Ben could offer fatherly advice again. Michael Landon, by then in his mid-30s, had outgrown that role. Today, Vogel is 70, freckle-faced, unassuming, and wholesome. He looked like Tom Sawyer stepped right out of a storybook. Vogel is still with us. He lives semi-retired in Southern California with his wife and two daughters. Before the Ponderosa, he earned a Golden Globe nomination for The Reivers. He was just 13, sharing the screen with Steve McQueen. After Bonanza ended, he appeared briefly on Little House on the Prairie. By his early 20s, he walked away from acting for good. He turned to music, played in a rock band, and directed church plays. Some people chase the spotlight their whole lives. Mitch Vogel found something better by letting it go. Victor Sen Young played the Cartwrights' cook, Hop Sing. He appeared in 107 episodes across all 14 seasons. What started as comic relief grew into something the audience genuinely loved. The writers eventually built full episodes around his character. He was born in San Francisco in 1915, irascible, warm-hearted, and dignified. On screen, Hop Sing fussed over the family like they were his own. Sen Young left us in 1980 at the age of 65. He passed away from accidental gas poisoning at his North Hollywood home. Off-screen, he was a genuine, acclaimed chef. He wrote the Great Wok Cookbook in 1974. Before Bonanza, he played Jimmy Chan in the Charlie Chan films starting in 1938. He also delivered a standout turn opposite Bette Davis in The Letter. A graduate of US Berkeley, he survived a 1972 airline hijacking. He was wounded in the crossfire and lived to tell the story. His co-star Pernell delivered his eulogy and paid his funeral expenses. A small role does not mean a small life. Tim Matheson appeared only in Bonanza's 14th and final season. He played Griff King, a parolee rebuilding his life under Ben Cartwright's watch. The role was meant to bring younger viewers to the Ponderosa, but the show was canceled before Matheson could make his mark. He was born in Glendale, California, in 1947. Today, he is 78. Smooth-talking, charismatic, and reinventive. Even in a handful of episodes, Matheson carried a presence hard to miss. He is still with us, and still working. His Bonanza credit barely registered in his filmography, but what followed filled decades. In 1978, he became Otter in National Lampoon's Animal House. He earned 2 Emmy nominations as Vice President Hoynes on The West Wing. He played Doc Mullins on Netflix's Virgin River for 6 seasons. He voiced the original Johnny Quest. As of 2026, he is still in front of the camera. Where you start is never where you have to finish. David Canary played Candy Canaday. Candy was the Ponderosa's ranch foreman, loyal and steady under pressure. Canary joined the show in season 9 and appeared in roughly 91 episodes. He left after a contract dispute, then returned after Dan Blocker's passing. He was born in Elwood, Indiana, in 1938, rugged, versatile, and magnetic. When Canary stepped into a scene, everything else fell into the background. Canary left us on November 16, 2015, at the age of 77. He had been living with dementia in his final years. Before Bonanza, he turned down a football contract with the Denver Broncos to pursue acting. He was even shortlisted to replace Leonard Nimoy as Spock on Star Trek. After the Ponderosa, he found his greatest role on daytime television. On All My Children, he played scheming twin brothers Adam and Stuart Chandler. He won 5 Daytime Emmy Awards from 16 nominations. One man, 2 characters, 5 Emmys. The ranch hand rode further than anyone expected. Pernell Roberts played Adam, Ben Cartwright's eldest son. Adam was the university-educated engineer, serious and steady where his brothers ran hot. Roberts appeared in the first 6 seasons before leaving in 1965. He was born in Waycross, Georgia, in 1928, principled, restless, and uncompromising. He believed the scripts had grown repetitive, and he refused to stay for the paycheck. Roberts passed away on January 24, 2010, at the age of 81. He had outlived every member of the Cartwright family. Off-screen, Roberts was a lifelong activist. He marched from Selma to Montgomery in 1965. He pressed NBC not to cast white actors in non-white roles. After a decade on stage, he found a second hit as the lead of Trapper John, M.D. That role lasted 7 seasons and earned him an Emmy nomination. He reportedly called himself Pernell, the last one, Roberts. He walked away from a sure thing to follow his conscience. In the end, time proved him right. Dan Blocker played Eric, better known as Hoss, Ben's middle son. He stood 6'4" and weighed over 300 pounds. He was born in DeKalb, Texas, in 1928, gentle, towering, and beloved. Off-screen, he was every bit the man he played on it. Blocker left us on May 13, 1972. He was 43 years old. He passed away from a pulmonary embolism following surgery. He was the only main cast member to leave us during the show's run. Before Bonanza, he served in the Korean War and earned a Purple Heart. He held a master's degree in dramatic arts. He was the only member of the cast with a graduate degree. In 1963, he co-founded the Bonanza Steakhouse restaurant chain. Lorne, Greene, and Michael Landon both said the show could not go on without him. Landon later said whenever a scene called for tears, he thought of Dan. The show lasted 1 more season. It was never the same. The Ponderosa had many rooms, but it only had 1 heart. And when Hoss left, the house went quiet. Lorne Greene played Ben Cartwright, the widowed patriarch. He appeared in all 14 seasons. TV Guide later named him the 2nd most popular television father of all time. He was born in Ottawa, Canada, in 1915, commanding, fatherly, and resonant. Before Hollywood, his deep voice earned him a nickname. They called him the Voice of Canada. Greene passed away on September 11, 1987, at the age of 72. He left us from complications of pneumonia following surgery. After Bonanza, Greene became a patriarch all over again. He played Commander Adama in the original Battlestar Galactica. He appeared in the landmark miniseries Roots in 1977. In 1964, he landed a #1 single with the spoken-word ballad Ringo. America knew him so well that he spent years as the face of Alpo dog food. He fathered 2 frontiers, the Old West and Deep Space, and both still call him Pa. Michael Landon was born Eugene Morris Orowitz in Queens, New York. The year was 1936. He played the youngest Cartwright brother, Little Joe. Impulsive, romantic, and full of fire. He appeared in 416 episodes across all 14 seasons. He drew more fan mail than any other cast member. Impulsive, charismatic, and tender. Behind the camera, he was just as restless as he was in front of it. He talked his way into writing and directing episodes by the show's 4th season. Landon left us on July 1, 1991. He was 54 years old. Pancreatic cancer. He was gone just 3 months after his diagnosis. What followed Bonanza made Landon a household name for 3 straight decades. He created and starred in Little House on the Prairie, playing Father Charles Ingalls. That show ran 9 seasons on NBC. Then came Highway to Heaven, where he played an angel earning his wings. 30 consecutive years on one network, 22 TV guide covers, second only to Lucille Ball. When the diagnosis came, he faced it the way he had lived. He appeared on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson weeks before the end. He was honest. He was funny. He refused self-pity. The youngest Cartwright brother grew into television's most beloved storyteller. And when the final page came, he wrote that one with dignity, too. The Ponderosa still stands in reruns. The theme still plays. The map still burns. But the family who made it real has scattered across time. 2 are still with us. The rest ride on every time we press play. Tell us in the comments, which Cartwright rode into your childhood? If this story moved you, subscribe. There are more families to revisit.